say no more than, why are you yelling? And what do you mean why I'm yelling? You need to hear me. You need to hear everything I gotta say. And then I'm right here. And it got to a point where I'm walking around frazzled every day, 18, about to jump off bridges. I'm like, I don't even want to go home. The Cosby Show don't teach how to deal with situations like that. I found out that love wasn't what I thought it was. What I found out was that, how he said, Jesus, religion, God teaches love. Scary. Ladies, y'all always got a male friend, quote unquote, male friend that y'all can talk to. Y'all tell them all y'all business. You know about the exes, what you like doing, you can go shopping with them, everything. I would hate the day he ever said, why don't you choose me? Love doesn't look like what you're used to. You never even look at that brother like that. You never even look at him like that. I would so hate that day because guess what? I've seen it happen, they ain't friends no more. You do away to one person, and I'm gonna say it the right way, that you was training up. You was training him up, didn't even know it. Because when he tells you, I know everything about you, it's because you taught him everything about you. Fellas, y'all not exempt. We just as dumb. We have a girlfriend, and then have another girl that we talk to, tell our business and her business too. And wonder why women don't love us. We say we want a woman to love us, but then we got 3 women around trying to interview each and every one of them. And it's always that one, quote unquote, friend that we never think about being with. I seen that movie, Our Family Wedding, and y'all seen that with Forrest Whitaker? This is a perfect example of love not looking like what he was used to. He had a woman that was sitting right up under his nose. He even moved to be with him and help raise his son. He was out there being with every other woman but that one. Kind of crazy. Last thing up here says respect. I use the word adore to talk about this. It says to hold to the highest esteem. The highest esteem. It says you have to pay attention. Last year, I went on a date. And all this didn't make perfect sense to me until this happened to me. We go get some ice cream. And I gotta say this out loud. Fellas, there's always a brother that's out here better than you and better than you. And this day it happened to me. I'm in there getting the ice cream, and I'm standing there holding a waffle cone. She wanted chocolate, I wanted strawberry, and I'm happy because she's fine. I'm like, whoa, this is great. And all of a sudden the door opened up. And this brother walked in, and I swear I even had to look. I was like, and it was like his presence. I mean, you knew. He was walking like, and I was like, and every woman was like, and when I realized what was going on, I looked at her and she was like, and I was like, oh my God, please don't let this happen to me right now. Because guess what? He saw her. He went right at her too. And I was like, and I'm walking behind him. And he was just, and I'm like, no. In the moment he went to say, I saw you look, she was like, oh, how dare you? My man standing right behind you. I said, bust you upside your head. Run, get him. I was like, yes! Because she showed me, when it says the highest esteem, that means ain't nobody better than you. I wasn't the baddest brother on that day. He was. Dress, height, voice, everything. I mean, like I said, everybody was like, but she let me know it wasn't even important to her because I was standing right there. That's what that word comes from. It says you have to pay attention. Lastly, my daughter taught me this lesson. My daughter taught me how much attention she pays to me in my relationships. About a year ago, I go and pick her up and we go on vacation. And she's standing in the bathroom mirror doing this. And I walk around the corner, I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm combing my hair. And I was like, don't even look right. You ain't got no bone in your butt bone hanging out your hair. Don't do that. Go sit down somewhere. Wasn't thinking about it. Later that night, my ex-girlfriend, she in the mirror, you like this, Daddy? I was like, oh my God. And she was like, what's wrong with you? I said, Jay was doing the exact same thing earlier. And she's like, what? I said, my daughter shows me how much attention she pays to you. See, once again, she knows I like you. And she wants me to like her, so she mimics what you do. I said, oh my God. She showed me how much attention it pays. She got in trouble in school, y'all, a little bit after that. They called me up to the school, I go up there. I'm like, Jalen, why are you here? She sitting there with a devilish smile, telling me, I ain't do nothing. And I was like, what you do? And the lady said, Jalen, tell your daddy what you did. She said, well, I was in PE, and these boys got to picking on me, and so I kicked them in the ding-ding. And I said, what? Get your punk And she didn't realize that she did anything wrong because her mama told her if anybody bothered her to swing low, kick him in the ding ding. She walking out to school like this, y'all. She like, I'm leaving my daddy, y'all gotta stay in school, ha ha. And I was like, are you done? Get your butt in the car. See, as parents, sometimes we forget that when we ask our kids questions, they have a right to answer us and express themselves. We forget to be a listener. Like how they said it back, listen. I want to reach out and touch my daughter so bad that day. I did. I'm driving down 20, and I'm like, Jalen, why would you do that, honestly? She's like, well, I just did what mommy said. And I said, Daddy got one of those. You don't get mad at having a nut kicking contest, because if you ever kick me, I'm gonna kick you back. And I said, you know, I can't deal with this. So I took it to my mama's house. My mama called me about 10 minutes later, y'all. She said, your daughter act just like you. I said, oh, what? And she was like, she come walking in my house, under my door, talking about something. I can't stand my dad, he get on my nerves. I said, oh, really? I ain't even listen to the rest of the conversation. I hung up, took to my car, went over there, she's sitting right up under my mama with that same devilish smile. I was like, what you said about me, punk? She was like, nothing. I was like, get your punk butt in the car. So she walked past my mom and says, Daddy voice. And I was like, bang! Hit her right in the back of her head. She's like, oh my God, Daddy hit me! Because she know my mom gonna jump up and save her. I was like, you better sit down, Mom, because you used to beat me all the time for no reason. Get your butt in the car. So in my mind, I'm thinking, how can I destroy this little girl's feelings? I said, ooh, I'm gonna wait till she get in the seatbelt. When you kids, they panic, they don't think about it, right? So I get in the car and I put that mirror down, and I said, what you say about me, punk? She said, I'm gonna get over anyway, Daddy, it don't even matter. You know, when you get mad at me, you wanna raise your voice, I'm gonna get your punk butt in the car. And all I could do was bust out laughing, y'all. You know why? She sounded just like me. Had bass in her voice and everything. You know, Daddy, you always say, get your punk butt in the car. I was like, oh my God. She showed me how much attention she pays. Ladies in relationships, you always know what to say to set your man off. You just be waiting for the right moment to say it. You just be waiting for the right moment to say it. Fellas, we do the same thing, we just as dumb. We be sitting back plotting on how to get to you. Sometimes we do a little dumb stuff, walk past and knock the tray off the thing and look to see if you get mad. Won't you get mad? We know all your likes, we know your dislikes, what you can eat, what you don't, favorite colors. We do pay attention. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Foundations. This is my book. This is the presentation I actually performed from my book. You guys have any questions about anything? Any questions? This whole piece, like I said, it came together from a paper I wrote when I was 18. It turned into a book. There was a gentleman here named Pastor Isaac Arabara. He heard me talking at Everest College to some students about relationships. He told me I had a lot of God in me. I said, man, I don't know what you're talking about, but relationships to me is common sense. Common sense. You treat people the same way you want them to treat. I said, if I don't show a woman that I can love her, she's not going to love me back. What I've learned in my 30 years is that women take cues off men. If a man is showing that he can love a woman, she's going to love him back. If he's playing being goofy, she's going to play back. He put me on a TV show, introduced me as an author, and I ain't have a book. The show was called The Final Word. It was here locally in Dallas. I was sitting there looking at him like he was crazy because he was lying to these people, lying out loud saying, yep, new upcoming author from Dallas. I'm like, I'm from Chicago, first off. And number two, I don't have a book. We doing this live. And he was like, you have a book? And I was like, no, I don't actually. I'm sorry, I can't lie. No, I don't. From that whole show, Spent Out Foundations. Spent Out Foundations. It's my first book. I'm actually starting to do my second one. I got to get permission about the title. I want to call it If Walmart Sold Everything. And what this book is about is, I'm talking about how we're never satisfied with what we have. I heard a joke one time, and it was like being circulated, that a woman went into Walmart, and she said, I'm looking for a good man. It was like, get him down to aisle 1. Then the guy said, hey, well, we got more good men in aisle 2. Good men with a job. So she's, oh, I want one of those too. So she going to aisle 2. He said, hey, in aisle 3, we got good men with a job, and he know how to take care of kids. She was like, I want a family one day. So let me go over to aisle 3. And every time he added something on, she kept going to a point, there was nothing left. And he was like, we see how dissatisfied you are with yourself. You need to leave now, that we have no man for you. So I'm basing my book off that same principle. Same principle. That's it. I thank you guys. Once again, Derron, Strickland, my information is up there. I'm back there selling Foundations. I appreciate it.